Welcome to the Beyond Cinema and Bio.com studio up here at TIFF. Congratulations on having a second chance here.
Thank you.
It's not the first time you've worked with the words of Anders Thomas Jensen. Of course, you worked together before at Our World's End. Is there something about working in your native language that frees you up as an actor, or is English so innate also that it's...
Well, I don't think it doesn't make... I mean, of course, there are things that are... It's different.
Yeah.
I'd say that, because I think the whole thing, I was talking to a friend about this the other day, and I say the funny thing is when I work in English, I almost feel a different kind of freedom, because, you know, as an actor, you kind of pretend to be someone else. That's what we do, and there's always that bit of, I'm a fraud, because I am not someone else. It's ridiculous. But that's why, you know, but when I do it in English, I really, because I'm not English, I'm not American, I'm like, so it becomes almost complete, and it does give me some kind of freedom. Now, of course, with the language, there are those, you know, all those words that we grew up with, like, you know, if you say, if you say the word tree, well, you see a specific tree in your mind, because that's probably from your childhood. And so that's different. There's more work to be done with even though I've spoken English for many years, I still, you know, it's not my native language.
Yeah.
But I feel pretty free.
Yeah.
English, and in American, in English, of course.
And working with Susanne Bier.
Yeah, that was for me it was a dream, because I hadn't worked with her before, and I was a big fan of her movies, and I have, you know, I know all the actors in other movies, and I've heard great things. So when it's funny, I was in New York, and I was working on this comedy called The Other Woman, and then she called and she sent me this script, and it was just like, and I was having a lot of fun on The Other Woman, but it's just such a different world from A Second Chance, and I was like, it was just, oh, I couldn't believe it. It was, and then the work she kind of exceeded my expectations, and they were really high.
It's such an intense situation in this film, in terms of her directing you in the film. Did she bring with the script like a lookbook? Like, what did she add to it, or was it just about the conversation?
Well, there's a lot of conversation, of course, but it's also her style of directing it. I think it's we shot with 2 operators all the time, and she will keep shooting. We shot digital, so we just shoot and shoot and shoot and keep exploring the scene. Don't worry about, I mean, we'll shoot the scene as written, but if there's something comes up, just go with it. There's no filters. Any idea is valid. She will also have, you know, she will definitely let you know if it's not good.
Yeah.
But there's an honesty which is maybe the first 2 days a little shocking, but then it's just that is freeing, because you know, a lot of directors are afraid that their actors are not confident enough, because I mean, it is a confidence game. So you will constantly get that was amazing, that was just wonderful. Now Susanne never says that. She'll just say, we got it.
And then your internal voice has to say, and it was amazing.
No, because then you realize that, because she really will squeeze that scene for every bit of blood in there. So when she says she's got it, we'll go, we got it. That's an achievement.
Did you find yourself like philosophically judging the situation, even maybe after the film had wrapped, like wondering what Nikolaj, would do, kind of in some sort of equivalence?
Oh, and of course you do, yeah, of course. Yeah. But that's the thing that because she together with Anders Thomas, the screenwriter, they've worked together for so long, and they're just masters at finding these basic dilemmas in life. And this is another one where you know, it's just one of those things we all want to do the right thing. We want to be, we see ourselves, most of us, as you know, well, I'm a good guy, you know, yeah, I have some flaws, but I'm fundamentally a good guy. I want to do good.
Yeah.
And then when something as extreme as happens as in this movie, well, even when you do the right thing, it might not be the right thing. You know, it's you know.
It's going to prompt some really interesting audience discussions.
I think so. Well, hopefully.
Yeah. Have you already had some of that kind of?
Well, I've you know, I still haven't seen it. I've seen the, you know, I did ADR on the movie, but I spoke to a couple people who've seen it, and they were very, very moved by the movie and thrilled about it. So I can't wait for tomorrow evening.
Yeah. Are you able to be objective?
No, God no. No, it's probably gonna be dreadful for me to sit there watching it, because my ears are gonna be so big and listening to the audience. But, I hope I'll be able to enjoy it a little bit, but who knows.
Growing up in Denmark, were your kind of heroes of cinema, were they local Scandinavian filmmakers, or were they kind of American filmmakers in English?
It was always my dream to become an actor. It was always my dream to work in England and America. It was really, we had some great actors in Denmark, but we didn't have what happened in the 70s and the 80s, that kind of new way of telling stories and the acting, really. So my people I looked up to were mostly Brits and Americans.
If there were a couple of those that you could still work with, whether they're around still or not, who would they be?
It's funny because it's always a dangerous thing to work with someone that you've admired for a long time. I won't say the name, but I met a guy who turned out to be such a prick, and it's okay, he's a prick, but it was even worse because, oh my God, I put him up there, and he was still amazing, an artist. He's an amazing artist, but like as a person, he was just. I don't want to tell you who it is, but no, there are so many great actors I want to work with. Are you crazy? But they're like young, old. I mean, from back then, Robert Duvall, those guys, were just brilliant.
And now, kind of having this ability to kind of go home or go back to Denmark and do a movie, and having the experiences of shooting in Ireland and stuff. With Game of Thrones, is it kind of the perfect scenario, being, on something that's obviously respected and loved, and being able to have these kind of hiatus to be free and go back and do things?
I'm very lucky.
Did you ever have any?
Who knows? I'll probably die soon now, but it's fun. I mean, on the television show.
Right.
Hopefully not in real life. You never know.
But at what point did you feel that Game of Thrones was more than just another television show?
Well, I kind of felt that from the beginning. I mean, not that it was going to be successful, but I remember reading the script and thought, this is ridiculous. You can't make this into a television show. How do you? That's too many characters, and so there was something fundamentally wrong about the way they did it and the way they tell the story. But I thought that it's so successful. I don't know why. To be honest, I don't think anyone understands why.
Yeah. We've had people like Liv Ullmann and Michael Douglas and people like that coming through, and it's kind of interesting hearing from them. Not only obviously they're looked up to as mentors for the younger generation, but who they consider to be the people who have ushered them along through their careers. For you, who were kind of those key people that helped you get to where you are, that you bounced the ideas off?
Today, it's my best friend, really, and. I mean, if I have discussion about stuff, I have a friend that I write together with him, and he's good,
And
he's not he's a writer, but he's not.
Not part of the machinery.
He's not financially invested in me, and that I think is a good thing. And then of course also, I have a wonderful wife. But
do you bounce creative decisions as well?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Do you have her read the script and stuff?
No. I'll talk about it. No, I mean, not that. I don't think she's interested in it, but I'll just talk about things, and yes, sometimes it'll be about, because we have a family, kids. Well, is this? Hey, I understand you love this script, but it's shooting on the moon. Is that a good idea for the family? And then I have to, if I really believe that it's okay, then she supports me.
Was your family, kind of just to wrap things up, as a creative person, saying that you always wanted to be an actor, was that something that was seen as being a viable kind of career path in Denmark at the time? Were your parents?
Well, it was never seen as viable, but my sweet mother has always just supported whatever me and my sisters did. I mean, they were shocked when they found out I wanted to be an actor, because I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone until I was actually accepted at the National Theatre School. So I felt that now it was okay to say it. But no, I don't know why, but I was very, very lucky with getting the mother I got.
Very cool. Well, we appreciate you coming in and spending a few minutes chatting with us.
Thank you. It was
Appreciate
great.
it. Congratulations.
Thank you.